On brief. News, not opinions. The UK has recorded a new high of 111,000 asylum applications in the year to June, according to Home Office figures. That's a 14% rise on the previous year, and higher than the peak of 103,000 back in 2002. Yet despite record demand, officials are processing claims faster than before the election, reducing the long-term backlog of people needing housing support. At the end of June, 71,000 asylum cases, covering 91,000 people, were awaiting an initial decision. That is almost half the 134,000 cases pending a year earlier. Compared with March, there are now 18,536 fewer people stuck in limbo. Hotel use remains controversial. Numbers of asylum seekers living in hotels rose slightly to 32,059, higher than when Labour took office, but well below the peak of 56,000 under Conservatives in 2023. Labour has pledged to clear the backlog by 2029, expand government-run accommodation and eventually end reliance on hotels, though that depends on how quickly failed claims can be removed. Removals are rising. 9,100 people were forcibly removed in the year to June, a 25% increase. More than half were foreign national offenders deported after prison sentences. The courts are also intervening. On Tuesday, the High Court ruled a hotel in Epping, Essex, must stop housing asylum seekers following a council challenge. Other local authorities, including some Labour-run, are now weighing legal action of their own. Behind the statistics are human stories. Dastan, a 26-year-old Afghan who fled the Taliban, has spent more than a year in a Yorkshire hotel. His asylum claim was rejected, and he now awaits an appeal. "You escape one problem, and now you're in another problem," he said. "All we asylum seekers wanted was a shelter, so the government put us in a hotel. That wasn't our choice. We haven't done anything." Another claimant, God Give from Cameroon, has lived in a shared Home Office house in the northeast for 3 years while waiting for a decision. Separated from her young son, she described feeling left behind and admitted she once considered ending her life. "I needed to stop living. It was too much," she said. Unable to work or study, she longs to volunteer or train. "I don't know where to go, and I don't know when it's going to change." Government spending on asylum fell 12% to £4.76 billion, with hotel costs down to £2.1 billion from £3 billion the year before. The data also shows small boat arrivals rising again, with 43,000 people, mostly men, crossing in the past year. Afghans made up the largest group, followed by Eritreans, Iranians, Sudanese and Syrians. More than 5,000 of those who crossed were children. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper said Labour has strengthened Britain's visa and immigration controls, cut asylum costs and sharply increased enforcement and returns, blaming the Conservatives for leaving the system in chaos. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp countered that Labour is failing and has lost control of our borders. Liberal Democrat MP Lisa Smart added, "The Conservatives trashed our immigration system and let numbers spiral. Now this Labour government is failing to get a grip on the crisis." Please like, subscribe and comment below. What do you think of this situation?